Okay, so this tissue is from the Dollar Tree. It's super cute looking. It's just like a, kind of like a starburst kind of pattern. There's 4 sheets of that, and there's 4 sheets of white. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna layer 1 sheet of this and 1 sheet of the white. And then what I'm gonna do is take the gift and I'm gonna roll it up in the tissue. I have the towel, one of the gifts laying out on the tissue, and it looks like the tissue is not long enough. So what I can do is get a second layer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue it. And to secure it, I'll show you. I put some tape down, and then I kind of folded this towel. It's a little girl's towel in like thirds, like so. Doesn't have to be perfect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this edge over like this. So you see that I've folded this over, and now what I'm going to do is just roll it like a cinnamon roll. Oh, see, some of this tape is coming off, but don't panic. Just use your patience and just roll it up like so. Very carefully. And don't worry if it gets crinkled, because guess what? It's going to get crinkled when it's in the gift bag. Ta-da! Now see, look at the bottom, how cute that looks. I'm going to take some tape. And secure it at the bottom, and just kind of take it up the top. Like so. Look at that, and that's going to go in the bag. I'm going to do that 3 more times with the other gifts, and I'll show you real quick how I do it. So as I did before, I laid down the colorful side of the tissue, and then I put on top of that the white tissue, which could either be matching straight up to the line up here and down there, or you can have it like that. It's up to you. I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to see if I need a second one to extend it. I don't think I will, because this piece is a lot smaller. I think we'll be fine just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and lay it down like so, and do what I did with the last one and just roll it up. I want to keep everything the same height, because I'll show you why in a minute. But I'm just rolling it up, and I didn't have to tape this one because I'm able to control the bottom like I am. And how fun do you think someone's going to have opening a gift just like this? Part of gift wrapping for me is watching someone go through the process of opening something and being so excited about what they're getting. Look at, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Why worry about being perfect? I mean, that's coming from me. And when it comes to gift wrap, if it's not perfect, sometimes I'll redo it. But I'm telling you right now, this is awesome. This may look a little messy, but right now it's actually pretty good. So I just kind of secure all the edges like so, and there you go. There's the second one. And then let me show you the third gift. So I'm going to lay that over there. And again, this is all done with tissue paper from the Dollar Tree. So it's like no big deal. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg for your gift wrap. Now I'm going to go ahead and see if this dress is going to be long enough. And what I can, or too long, what I can do is actually shorten it in a way. So here, I'll fold it like this, so it's a little bit shorter, like that. And so I'm going to fold the bottom again, like so. I do want to have a little bit of room on the top, and again, I'll show you why. I'm going to roll this up, again like that. I'm going to fold this over like that. Let me tape this. a little bit more secure when it's taped, so it's easier to handle. And just roll, like so. And by the third one, it's absolutely perfect. See? Ta-da! Cool, huh? Here are the 3 rolls that are going to be going into the bag. And I'll show you how I do that in just a second. Okay, so here are the 3 bags. And let me just show you my idea and what I'm gonna put this gift in. I was able to find this super cute tote from Cotton On Kids for $2. You get this and they donate the money to one of their foundations. And usually what I like to do is I usually like to put a gift in a box and wrap it and do an elaborate bow and do all kinds of fun stuff. But I saw this bag and I just was like, that's such a great idea. The only problem I have is when I set it up on top of something, it's gonna fall over. So I wanted to make a secure base so when I put the gifts in the bag, it wouldn't crumble. But you know what I'm realizing? I think it's gonna be fine. But to stabilize the bag just a little bit, what I want to do is, because I did get a few accessories and I want the accessories to go in a gift box. So I'm going to use this gift box, and it's a gift box that is from Christmas, and I'm going to take the accessories and put it in the box. Now the problem is the box is just too big. So what I'm going to show you is how I like to make the box smaller, okay? So let me go ahead and set this aside, and I will show you how I like to turn the base of a box or the top of a box into its own very box. So what I do, I take the box again and I fold it, and what I do is I meet the edge, this edge right here, to this corner and that corner, like so. And I fold it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but try to be as close to perfect as possible, because it'll be awkward when you try to close the box. And then I take the other side of the box and I match it up to this part, like so. And then I crease it like that. And then what I like to do is I like to take scissors and I will cut. See where I've made the 2 folds right here? I'm going to cut those right there. So I have my scissors, and like I said, I'm going to cut that and that, like so. Okay, I'm going to take a piece of tape, I'm going to hold that piece down, and hold, and just tape the edge, like so. You see I've taped the edge right there, and the sides are lifting up, so just like that. And the same on this side, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect. See, like so? So I've taped that bit. And there's my box. So what now I'm going to do is take my tissue and lay the tissue in it as though it's on one side of the box. And then I'm going to fold this closed like that. And there's your smaller box. Okay, so I've opened my second package of tissue from the Dollar Tree, and again, it came with 4 sheets of white tissue and then 4 sheets of the tissue that has the design. I'm going to go ahead and use just the white. When I do the inside of a box, I just use white tissue because I actually have like a big huge roll of it upstairs. So I just use that. You can buy it at any craft store, and or you can even get it at like Sam's or Costco sometimes during the holidays, and it'll last you years. But I take it, and you saw how I folded it on top of each other, so I folded it like that and I creased it, and then you can put it into your box. I take the gifts that I want to put into the box, and I just kind of set it in like so. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll have ribbon underneath the tissue, and I'll wrap it around and kind of make a ribbon, but I don't want to do that with this. And then you take the box and you close it like that, and then I'm going to wrap it with the tissue. And I like to tape things closed. My family thinks it's funny that I use so much tape, but again, part of the fun of opening a gift is like ripping it open. And if that's, you know, carefully opening one side or ripping it open is your prerogative. So then now I'm going to take the tissue paper that has the design, and I'm going to double it up because I want it to be really nice and saturated in color. And I'm going to wrap the box. And I'm going to wrap the box very traditionally. Usually I like to find the best angle in which I will have the most optimal coverage and least amount of waste. And to me, I feel like that's that side. So, and then also, if you saw with these gifts, the zigzag is going from left to right instead of like up and down. So I also want to kind of make sure that that's also mimicked in wrapping of this box. Yes, a lot of thought goes into this. So if I do it like this, then I can put it in the box sideways and it'll be like that. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it like this. And you just take it over like so. So I like to fold one side down to just have a nice straight edge. Kind of like to crease the corner like so. And then tape it. And then I have this side where I'm just going to fold the edge again to have a nice clean edge. And then bring it to the middle, or bring it to that part. And you can be a little rough with tissue, but be careful not to rip it, because you only get what you get. What I like to do is before I start folding this side, I like to pinch the paper up in a way to where I can cut it so I'm not having to deal with all this extra paper. So I folded it like that, and I'm going to cut that off. And I did that because it helps me to, like I said, minimize the waste, but then I'm also measuring knowing that when I fold the sides,